Tail of the tape for your welterweight championship looks like this. Umalatov, 32 years of age. Shamil Musayev is 30. Umalatov is 3 inches taller. Both men weighed in shy of that welterweight limit. Shamil Musayev in the black trunks, Magomed Umalatov in the green.
Ready? Let's go.
Both of these guys very dynamic strikers. Wushu Sanda background, wrestling to go with it.
Lethal spinning back kicks from Musayev. I went back and watched some of his old Sanda competitions as well, and he's just wrecking guys. And they've got body pads on as well, and he's still putting them on the floor. Wow. The thing that's nice as well about the spinning back kick of Musayev is it's not really a long-range weapon. If his opponent's moving in, he can throw it very short, almost like a donkey kick, where his heel's up and his toes are down.
Little feeling out process here.
There's a lot of respect between these guys. They know how dangerous the opponent is. Still confidence between them.
Stabbing front kick from Musayev. Who's expecting that low kick. You can see him ready to check the low kick from Umalatov.
Randy, this is an interesting moment for Umalatov because he's undefeated, but he's been kept out of this championship opportunity by visa issues, by injury in the past. And now all the obstacles have been removed. The only thing standing in front of him is Shamil Musayev. But a guy who comes in with this much confidence, knowing his ability, facing the biggest moment. How much pressure is Umalatov under right now?
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be feeling it a little bit. We haven't seen him this tentative in a single fight we've ever watched him in. So that's, you know, obviously some respect for Shamil, but also maybe a little tentativeness there. Like, hey, I got to be careful with it.
Action all night, right? We've had mad action all night. And we're 2 minutes into the first round and people are
You've been spoiled gas for a year with the PFL and Upside. To enter, scan the code, get the Upside app, and enter code PFL7. That's promo code PFL7. Scan the QR code on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. There's a
Nice left hook and the right hand. Wow.
So much speed and power in his hands. Landed a couple times, once with the left, once with the right.
Little head position here for a moment. Exchanging some knees. Both of them have got like a shallow underhook. I think Umalatov's going to either try and get off the fence here or try and catch a leg and put this fight on the floor.
And they've got each other's wrists over those overhooks. And they're both kind of locked in. Nice little foot sweep by Shamil. Umalatov right back to his feet.
And here Mike Brown in the corner of Umalatov telling him to fight the hands, try and break the grip. Back to a square position now.
Umalatov also has his big brother in the corner. Not the same big brother that used to fight for the PFL, coincidentally enough. But it is a fighting family.
I'll say. He keeps fidgeting with the eye, doesn't he, Umalatov? He got caught with a lovely left hook a few minutes ago before he was up against the fence. And it seems to be bothering him. And I don't think it's... It doesn't look swollen to me right now, but you can certainly feel that there's something going on there.
Yeah, a little swelling, just a small amount of swelling on that upper cheekbone underneath the eye, but nothing that you would think that would affect it enough that he needs to be pawing at it that way. Of course, when the impact lands on the eyeball itself, that can be really problematic.
Yeah, so sometimes it can feel like you've been poked in the eye with the closed glove if it connects with your eyeball. If you don't get your eye closed quick enough, Umalatov now on the front foot. But this is really when Musayev does his best work, in my opinion, when he's on the back foot moving and countering.
Musayev hopped in for that left hook, caught him flush, backed Umalatov up and followed it with a right-left combination.
We saw Musayev in that first fight of the season. Oh, lightning fast with the hook again. We saw him against Logan Storley, throwing a combination, triggering a takedown attempt, and then running Logan Storley onto a nasty right hand. Front kick attempted there by Umalatov, but missed. Round 2 next. In the smart cage now, Shamil Musayev, Magomed Umalatov for a welterweight championship fight. Round 2 of a possible 5. Winner takes home $1 million and a gold belt. Shamil Musayev in his first PFL season. Magomed Umalatov has been this way before, but never to a championship. It's always been things beyond his control that have taken the opportunity away. And I wonder if that's why he's been so tentative early, because he knows you're never guaranteed a chance to get back here. Counts this opportunity as incredibly precious.
Umalatov feels like he wants to get going this round. It looks like he's pressuring a bit more.
Yeah, it looks like he's on the hunt.
Good sprawl there by Musayev. And then on the retreat, careful to get his right hand clamped to his head. He knew that hook was coming.
Nice jabs on the body.
GNC holiday deals are here. Shop now for buy one, get one, 50% off of everything. Scan the QR code on your screen.
That was a good calf kick from Umalatov, making the most of that long stance of Shamil Musayev. And again, 1-2, straight into a takedown. A little bit sharper that time.
Caught Musayev right at the end of the right hand, and now this tight body lock.
Nice twisting body lock by... Oh, Shamil's going to reverse him.
What a beautiful switch. All the way around and to the back.
On the top of a beautiful twisting body lock. Shamil uses the opportunity to hit that switch right as they hit the ground.
Now Musayev's got the body lock. I think he's like, well, I might as well use it. I might as well try and get a takedown, even if he's having success on the feet as well. But like I said before the fight, they might just cancel each other out in this range, right? I mean, they're both tremendously strong in this range. I wonder how much energy you would have to waste before you start to have some success.
He's going to put the Dagestani handcuffs on the ankles here.
Leg irons.
Yeah, the leg iron.
Still to come, Dakota Ditcheva following the legacy of a champion. That champion happens to be her mother, Lisa Howard. If you've been an MMA fan long enough, you might have wondered what happens when Dagestani wrestling meets Dagestani wrestling. We're finding out.
But this is what I was talking about, you see. Shamil Musayev went to a tremendous amount of effort to score that takedown. And yeah, great on the scorecards, but nothing really came of it aside from that credit. And if I'm a power puncher, I don't want to be wasting energy on wrestling if I know I can knock them out with one punch. And he's been having success with that left hook.
Now Umalatov he's fighting to stay in this range. Musayev tried to back out, and he followed him, stayed right in that clinch range, and chased him right to the fence.
I wonder if maybe Umalatov's a little surprised at the speed of his opponent. I mean, Musayev can really move off the mark very quickly. And that left hook doesn't come around the side. As we saw from the knockdown, it comes inside the guard. It's like a curving jab. Head position from Umalatov gave Musayev the opportunity to land the knee to the stomach. Last minute of the second round.
Now Musayev is clear.
Inside of 1 minute. Musayev once again retreating, trying to counter punch.
Nice little inside uppercut by Musayev.
Oh, we've got some blood on the face of Umalatov on the other side of his nose, I think.
That was that little uppercut. He gave a little rip on the inside, and it landed flush.
I like this forward pressure, though.
Another sharp calf kick. Already showing a bruise. A little bit of action here to close out round number 2. Vadim Nemkov and Shamil Musayev. Both undefeated coming into tonight. One of these fighters will taste defeat for the very first time in very long and decorated careers. I think round 1 definitively belonged to Musayev. Round 2 a little bit closer. Randy, the judges have had a hard job tonight.
They sure have.
How do you think it's scored through 2?
I have it 2 rounds Musayev. I think Nemkov picked up the pace, did some good things, hit some good things in round 2, but I think he's got to continue to get active and really start putting some pressure on Shamil Musayev.
Yeah, I agree with Randy. It's almost like Umalatov's now started to try, but each time he tries, it's actually being turned on him. Tries for a takedown, gets hit with the switch. Tries to cover distance, gets hit with a shot. It's almost like the more Umalatov tries, the more he's going to play into the hands of Musayev, who would much rather counter-strike.
Look how fast,
so fast.
The speed of Shamil Musayev, which has been a huge difference maker for him in every fight this year, on display again here in Riyadh for the championship.
Well, he's giving ground. Umalatov's coming forward. When he plants his foot and changes direction, he comes that much quicker.
Elbows are legal here for the first time in PFL competition. That hook just a little bit too long. Landed the wrist instead of the fist. Oh, Shamil Musayev drops Vadim Nemkov and dispatches him. Shamil Musayev, champion in his first PFL season.
Wow. Big rip right to the chin with that left hand. And it hit the mark.
The left hook is tremendous. He covers distance so well with it as well. Like a heat-seeking missile.
Man, that speed is ridiculous. So quick.
For the presentation of the world title belt, we welcome back His Excellency Badr Al-Qadi, Vice Minister of Sport. While inside the smart cage, it comes to an end. 1 minute, 44 seconds into round number 3. He is the winner by TKO, still undefeated, and now the 2024 $1 million PFL welterweight world champion, the silent assassin, Shamil Musayev.
Tail the tape, brought to you by Celsius. Live fit. Dakota Ditcheva, 25 years of age. Tyler Santos is 6 years older at 31. Ditcheva taller here, as she usually is in her bouts. Ditcheva still undefeated through 13 fights, 11 knockouts, 1 submission. Starts with a leg kick. Tyler Santos is by far the most experienced opponent Dakota Ditcheva has faced. Almost twice as many fights as Ditcheva herself. 25 total pro outings for Santos.
I'm interested to see if Santos is going to try and draw Dakota in before she tries to take down. Wow, hard inside low kick.
He's attacked both the outside and the inside of that lead leg so far in the early goings here in the first round. And there she goes again. Santos has to be very careful about reaching down.
She's already got Banton on the feints.
That was a nice right hand. Holy cow.
Goes a frame with the hand. Santos is trying to get that body lock. She's got double underhooks, but can she keep a hold of it? Dakota trying to use that knee to get some space between the hips. As soon as Santos closes those hips down, the outside reaps start, and she's excellent with that technique.
This is a very important moment for Tyler Santos because that right hand hurt her. She was blinking. now has an opportunity with these double underhooks to get Dakota Ditcheva to the ground.
Nice job by Ditcheva to turn it around on her. Twisting body lock, put Santos on the bottom.
Training with all those larger women at American Top Team paying some dividends. And that was the first time we saw Ditcheva go to that shovel hook.
Santos is biting on that jab feint. She needs to be careful. That left hook's coming around the side. Look at the size difference compared. And I love the fact that every time Dakota pulls that lead leg out of the way, she starts to pressure immediately, straight away with the elbow there, Randy, yes. Back on the takedown defense here. Santos now going low. She's going to try for that reap on that leg if she gets that body lock again. Head position, paying dividends to Santos.
Yeah, keep touching her. Bump and train, bump and train.
Right there.
Red corner,
Have patience. Just have patience.
Nice active feet. Control your breathing. Nice active feet. Yes, good knee that.
Watch the hook.
Watch it.
Watch the hook.
Nice takedown.
Immediately back to the feet. Dakota Ditcheva not capitulating on that takedown from Tyler Santos.
Good hand control by Ditcheva, making it difficult for Santos to get a lock and keep her there. She's fighting hands well.
It's a lot of work for half a second of time on the ground.
Nice job.
Strips the grip, spinning elbow off the fence. And again, she's got Santos biting on those feints really well.
Push kick twice. Oh, and the right hand cracking off the side of Tyler Santos' face. Beautiful hook from Dakota Ditcheva. When you have a size advantage, that's fine. When you also have a speed advantage, it gets a little bit unfair in these striking exchanges.
She's tenderizing that lead leg as well. The longer the fight goes, the more that leg is going to become bruised and swollen.
Outside the range of that flurry from Santos. Ditcheva on the retreat, seeing everything. Push kick again.
Santos pushes forward with a jab. Finds herself back in the center again. Dakota keeps switching. I think she's going to go with a knee to the body off that switch if Santos moves forward.
Oh, push kick to the face. Ditcheva showing off all the weapons in her considerable repertoire here in round one. Under 1 minute now in this first frame. And a flurry from Ditcheva.
Beautiful right hands.
And an elbow to finish that combination. She has Tyler Santos hurt.
Knee to the body there. And this is where we see Ditcheva really start to go to work. She smells a little blood in the water. Her opponent shells up, and you see that rip to the body, then the plum and the knees come.
If you look like a wounded animal against the fence, she's going to start to dine out. She switches into a very predatory style of fighting where she's looking for multiple targets to hit you. Santos with the high guard.
Big knee.
Good movement on the head from Tyler Santos to avoid that long left. Final 10 seconds of this first round. Second frame next. Second round of a possible 5 for a women's flyweight championship here in our 2024 PFL season. Dakota Ditcheva still undefeated in the blue. Tyler Santos, a one-time UFC title challenger in the black. Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy, Randy Couture here beside the PFL Smart Cage. Last chance to shop. Redcon 1's Black Friday mega sale, up to 80% off site-wide. Claim $170 swag bundle for free. Stock them on everything you need to kickstart your new year.
Man, what a knee to the body that was.
Two big knees up the middle. She's trying to frame out, keep Santos off of her. Santos in on the waist with a nice body lock. Hand control by Ditcheva.
Yeah, she's clearly done a great deal of hand fighting, but I think Santos has got a grip on that far side wrist look. Shinya Aoki style.
Seatbelt in the standing position.
Yeah, now Dakota's going to have to spin the opposite way. She's going to have to turn to her right to spin and get that wrist free. here we go. Beautiful spin out there. Back to striking range. And every time they break, Santos just looks a little bit more disappointed that she's got to find a way back inside. See how she's biting on that feint from the jab of Dakota. Beautiful jab to the body, my goodness.
After that 1-3 combination, she's biting on that fake.
Good jab from Santos after absorbing a leg kick there. Shop the #1 fight short in the world this Black Friday, up to 70% off the entire site when you scan to shop tonight. Takedown, official apparel partner of the PFL. Scan that QR code on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen.
Lovely footwork. What I like as well is every time Dakota steps inside, she doesn't always throw. Sometimes she steps and has a little look, sees where the gaps are. She's a very observant fighter in that regard.
She sets traps, she does little fakes to see how you're going to react, and then she makes you pay for it.
And even when you work your way inside of the distance that might be more favorable to you, she punishes, pushes you back out to where she wants you. There's that bottom of the foot to the face again. And a leg kick starting to show wear on that lead leg. Tyler Santos just avoids a head kick.
Seeing a lot of damage on that lead leg.
Santos now jousting behind her jab.
Dakota circles, tries to find space, and Santos kind of plods after her, not giving her the space. Beautiful straight left.
Dangerous out of both stances. Nasty knee to the midsection, but Tyler Santos pulls Dakota Ditcheva into the smart cage barrier.
Santos has definitely been doing her crunches because you can't take knees like that unless you're very well conditioned.
Absolutely correct.
But that wrist control, cross-body wrist control here.
Keep that. Inside space, don't let it
Yeah. Santos trying to get head position. Dakota trying to get the tie clinch. She sneaks out of the side.
Nice elbow inside. That elbow caught her right in the nose.
Push kick to the face from Dakota Ditcheva.
I think Santos is hurt.
Elbow coming in from Ditcheva. There's a combination.
Santos is hurt.
Santos not moving a lot right now. Circles away off the smart cage. And this is that aggressive style you're talking about. Big knee. Ditcheva smelling blood. Perhaps literally as it's coming from the mouth of Tyler Santos, who grabs a hold, give herself some reprieve.
And this is where we see the level of Santos as well. I mean, she's not having her way right now. She's taking some really big shots. But almost every other person that's been taking these shots so far has crumbled, and Santos has not yet.
Nice elbows. Beautiful inside elbows. There's that knee up the middle.
That one hurt Tyler
That
Santos.
one dug in deep for sure. Santos is in big trouble. She's in big trouble.
Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for a championship.
Not sure what that's all about.
I'll tell you what it's about. Dakota Ditcheva takes umbrage to the fact that people call her a Barbie doll and say she's too focused on her looks. And actually, Tyler Santos pulled out a lipstick in a face-off and did exactly that thing. She's throwing it back in the face of all of her critics.
What a performance.
Again, the rips to the body. Nobody is ripping to the body like this young lady does right now. Unbelievable.
Once again, we welcome back inside the Smart Cage's Excellency, Badr Al-Qadi, Vice Minister of Sport, as we announce the official time, 4 minutes, 41 seconds. Into round number 2, she is the winner by TKO. She now collects the $1 million payout, and she is now the 2024 PFL Women's Flyweight World Champion, Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva!
And look at that moment. President of Fighter Operations Operations Ray Seppo says, Mom, you come give your daughter the belt. Her former world champion kickboxer mother, Lisa Howard. Larissa Pacheco, you forget how young she is because of her experience. She's only 26 years old. Kolesnik is 30. Elena Kolesnik, you can see there, weighed in at 158. That's over the lightweight limit. Larissa Pacheco, the Brazilian, in the red trunks. Elena Kolesnik out of the Ukraine in the black and gray. Southpaw stance for Kolesnik, inside leg kick from Pacheco. And an exchange here, cracking away.
There was going to be any warming up, no feeling out period here. They're just going to get after it.
Yeah, Kolesnik's throwing heat right now.
Oh boy.
She cracked a couple on Pacheco's jaw there. And with the pressure off, maybe some reckless abandon here from Elena Kolesnik. Now Pacheco clinches up. Good takedown defense here from the Ukrainian.
Both ladies landed some hard shots, but I do think this is going to be the easier path to victory for Pacheco. She's able to bring this to the mat. She has a huge advantage there. Kolesnik did find some success early here.
Pacheco 8 submissions in her career. She's very skilled on the ground.
Pacheco, you got to work.
Separation here, back to the center of the smart cage they go. Big swinging punches there from Elena Kolesnik, searching with the left hand especially. Big looping left hand again from Elena Kolesnik. Oh, stepping in and cracking away. Here come the hooks and a knee. Pacheco tries to answer with a right hand. Kolesnik's able to evade. Down to the body. High kick attempt there. Kolesnik doing a good job stepping right outside of the striking range of the powerful Brazilian Pacheco. That left hand keeps swinging around the guard of Larissa Pacheco.
Kolesnik taunting Pacheco a little bit.
Yeah, she's definitely fighting with a lot of fire tonight.
Body lock here from Larissa Pacheco.
See if Pacheco can get her left leg behind Kolesnik and try to work for a trip here.
Twice Pacheco's tried to throw the knee, and both times Kolesnik scoops her left leg under, trying to catch her and pick her up.
It almost looks like Kolesnik's baiting her. She's dangling her head there. And when Pacheco tries to hit it, she captures that knee. It's twice she's caught it and almost taken her down.
Pacheco's got to get her hips underneath the hips of Kolesnik if she wants to hit that lift.
Bit of a stalemate here against the barrier in the smart cage. Larissa Pacheco pressing Elena Kolesnik up against the fence. Gasper Oliver content to watch for now.
Yeah, so far Kolesnik doing a great job of stopping these takedown attempts from Pacheco.
Demonstration of our ghost cam and now the ref cam. That's Gasper Oliver's view on things. Another attempt from Pacheco, negated by the strength of Elena Kolesnik.
Kolesnik's got to be having nightmares. She spent a lot of time here with Taylor Gordado in the first fight, and it ended up costing her the decision.
Nice punch off the break there from Pacheco.
30 seconds remain in round number one. They swing away one more time at least.
But Checo's got to be careful. She's being a little lazy and dragging that right hand back to her chest instead of back to her cheek. She may take a big shot.
Oh, big right hand! Larissa Pacheco puts Elena Kolesnik down and out!
Wow, what a right hand.
The charging Kolesnik walked right into a straight right hand from Larissa Pacheco. Another 6-point knockout, first round finish.
Going backwards, by the way. I mean, wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, the stoppage comes officially at 4 minutes and 48 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by knockout and earning 6 points in the women's lightweight division, Larissa Pacheco!
Heavyweight championship tail of the tape brought to you by Westgate Resorts. Denis Goltsov, 34 years of age. Oleg Popov, 32. Goltsov, 3 inches taller, weighed in about 4 pounds lighter than Popov, and you can see he does have the reach advantage and the much longer legs. He's always in great shape. Didn't want to let the gas tank be a question here, and he gets to work behind that incredible jab early.
Look at that jab. So quick for a heavyweight.
Most dangerous when he uses it to set up the right hand afterward. Popov, talking with his camp, wants to either get inside that range.
That right hand's coming over the top from Popov in a minute. He's postured it a couple of times. He's going to come over the top of that jab, and he's going to be in on the legs.
Whoa, single here for Oleg Popov. And most of the time, Denis Goltsov, who's a very adept grappler, finds himself on top. So he's pretty uncomfortable off of his back. See how long he ties the arms of Oleg Popov up before he decides to try and stand.
This is a tiring position for Goltsov to be in, to be holding himself up onto his opponent like this.
I think they're both looking for the stand-up here. Goltsov certainly got Popov tied up.
And Popov's really trying to get that left arm out now. Goltsov's holding onto it for dear life. He knows the punches are coming down if that arm gets free.
And potentially the elbows, which are legal in this season for the first time. Left leg butterflied here for Denis Goltsov. Content to hang on and try and earn a stand-up, it would appear.
See if he can find the fence here and use the fence to climb back up, get to his feet.
Popov's now been able to clear that butterfly hook. Now sitting in the open guard of Goltsov. He's definitely going to posture here because he knows that the referee's going to be thinking about standing them up if he's not active.
First bit of offense from the top there for Popov at the 3-minute mark.
Popov trying to pummel on the inside, build a frame with his left arm. Great wrist control for Goltsov, who's throwing up a triangle here. Close.
Goltsov climbing those legs, and he's got the ankles together.
It's over the shoulder. He needs to adjust. He needs to get that. He needs to get that right foot in the back of his left knee.
He's also got the right arm of Oleg Popov extended and threatened.
Jim Popov needs to posture here, but he can't armbar switch. He switched to an armbar.
He's almost got it locked in.
And you'll see Denis Goltsov, if he can get that instep all the way behind his knee, you'll see him switch back and forth between the triangle attack and the armbar to give Popov a couple of things to think about. Popov now trying to
pull right there.
Oh, wow. He's able to get that.
Cinched.
Closes the legs. Denis Goltsov getting stacked up by Oleg Popov in the pressure. And he regrabs. This is tight. It's out.
Popov is out.
Denis Goltsov chokes Oleg Popov unconscious for a championship.
Wow. Who would have predicted a triangle for Denis Goltsov? Wow. Incredible.
A $1 million submission.
And now in tonight's first world title matchup, it comes to an end. 2 minutes, 55 seconds into round number 1. The triangle choke ends it for submission. He's now the 2024 $1 million PFL heavyweight world champion, Denis
Goltsov!
It's been a long journey for Denis Goltsov, but he is finally a PFL heavyweight champion. Take a look at our tail of the tape for this heavyweight feature. Bruno Cappelozza, 34 years of age. Vadim Nemkov is still only 31. He is right in the sweet spot of his prime. Bruno's the taller fighter at 6'2", but as I already mentioned, Vadim Nemkov, the former light heavyweight, weighed in heavier for this bout. You have these two men inside. You have Fedor in the corner. You have Francis Ngannou and John Jones and Mike Tyson all cage side. Also, Dan Hardy is here. Randy Couture. Wow.
You make an excellent point. By the way, I thought you did a great job in that interview with John Jones. You asked him very direct questions. I bring that up because when I had my coffee with Bruno, I asked him straight up, can you beat Vadim? Can you beat this guy? He said, yes, I can. But he went a little further as to tell me how. And he just said, I'm working on my takedown defense and scrambling back to my feet. And I specifically said, so you do not plan to be in the guard? And he said, no, I don't believe that I can submit him.
We've got two very fast heavyweights here. Both of these guys are already moving at speed.
Well, one of the questions I had about Nemkov is carrying this extra weight, would it affect the way that he moves? And at least early here, it doesn't appear that it will.
Okay, here's that defense. Now we got to turn into the scramble.
Bruno right back to his feet after briefly touching the mat with that hip. Nemkov chest to chest, pressing him against this smart cage barrier. Tries to offer up an elbow. Bruno uses that to switch position.
Big
now
deal.
He's got underhooks.
Big deal how quickly he turned that position, put the back of Nemkov up against the fence. Look, I really think if Bruno can nullify the wrestling, that's going to be his greatest opportunity to win. It's an uphill battle, but Bruno, make no mistake, Bruno can win this fight.
Interestingly, he had double underhooks there for a moment, and he decided to break clear. Tried to check that calf kick then, that'd be wise. Don't want to take too much damage on that lead leg.
And Nemkov has already started to try and bank some work there, and Bruno doesn't want any more of it.
It's a fast jab from Nemkov, straight through the hands. Oh, lovely work.
Big one there did Bruno Cappelozza. Nemkov staying in form with this transition to the heavyweight division. Another 1-2, snaps the head back of Cappelozza.
When you have an athlete like Nemkov in this case, who's carrying an extra 40 pounds in between weigh-ins. His previous weigh-in was 205, this one was 245. You do wonder yourself, where's my speed gonna be? How am I gonna move my feet, and will my conditioning hold up? So there is some questions that Nemkov's got to answer to himself.
What's incredible is that he looks like he's moving the same way that he did as a light heavyweight. It looks like the majority of the weight has been packed onto his back, his latissimus dorsi. Powerful individual.
Fedor Emelianenko in the corner of his protege, Vadim Nemkov. In his prime. Many thought the best in the world. And if anyone had had the creativity of the PFL brass back then, we would have seen Randy Couture and Fedor and put that debate to bed.
That was a nice jab to the body for a moment there from Nemkov, and there's the head kick. Same one that he used to walk Ryan Bader on when he was able to beat him.
What's impressed me most about Nemkov's attacks so far is that he's mixing them up and he's timing them so that Bruno can't get going. Nemkov knows that if he lets Bruno put combinations together, it's so incredibly dangerous. He's timing his attacks, threatening with the kicks, so that Bruno has to stay defensive.
And it's all coming off the footwork, right? There's a distinction as you watch these two in the outlay of footwork. That's what always happens when you have a smaller guy that moves up. When you have a heavyweight that fights like a light heavyweight, you have this good movement and a lot crisper shots. There's a cross.
That was a beautiful uppercut attempt there. The speed of Nemkov seems to be causing a lot of problems for Cappelozza.
Oh, twist to the ankle there. Nemkov appears to shake it off.
Cappelozza's throwing to try and get to Nemkov, and he's being countered by very fast punches. And that jab is starting to bloody the nose as well.
Bruno's got to circle himself off the cage. Nemkov can use that space, eat it up really quick with a shot. Followed up the lead hook with a high kick attempt. Nemkov starting to put those combinations together. Going upstairs again after working on the lead leg.
Nemkov, every time he does a jab, he has a beautiful straight open to the body. A power hand right to the body. He's not taking it. But I noticed that our outlaw Dan Hardy did mention before the fight some good straight to the body, and they sure are open for Nemkov here. I suspect his corner will tell him between rounds.
Well, what we're seeing, the solution that Capoloza's using for the jab is to lean away, which of course gets the head out of range, but it presents the abdomen, the midsection. If Nemkov can throw that jab out there, get the response, and then put that cross into the solar plexus, that could be very, very damaging.
There's the end of round number 1.
Round 2, ready? Let's go for it.
Round 2 begins. Bruno Capoloza, former PFL heavyweight champion, against Vadim Nemkov, a new heavyweight, but a longtime veteran of the Bellator cage and light heavyweight champion who vacated his title. He didn't lose it. He vacated it to pursue heavyweight glory. Catches a kick, offers one up to the neck of Bruno Capoloza, who's bouncing a little more in the early goings here. Ate a right hand from Nemkov, though.
It's so fast, that 1-2, and this is why Nemkov can transition up to heavyweight. He's got enough power to do damage, but the speed to make the difference.
Bruno a little bit more willing to engage when they get close here in round number 2. I think that's good cornering. Switch to the southpaw stance very briefly. Corner appeared not to like it.
I think the reason is it opens up the rear kick for Nemkov, which is a very powerful weapon for him.
1 minute gone in round number 2. Bruno stays just outside the range of that 1-2. And now finally has Nemkov on the retreat a little bit, but now Bruno once again backing away.
But if we look at the difference between their defense, when Nemkov throws that jab cross, Capoloza moves away. When Capoloza steps in with a jab cross, oh, that was a
right hand sneaks through. What a
Difference a moment can make.
And that's why Bruno Capoloza is so dangerous. But of course, Nemkov, a veteran of this sport, level changes, picks up his heavyweight opponent, drops into the mat and right into half guard.
Wrestle under pressure. Gets you out of sticky situations sometimes. I wish I had some wrestling.
He needed that. That was wise. He took a big shot. He needed that. He needs right now, get a couple of breathers in. I'd like to have seen Bruno put a ton of effort into a big scramble.
Very little from the bottom in way of control in the half guard here. Potentially Capoloza's tempting Nemkov to pass his guard so he can scramble.
It looks as though he's setting him up, right? I see that as well.
Oh, arm triangle. This looks deep.
And a tight squeeze here from Vadim Nemkov, who's fully mounted.
He's off to the side now. He's chucked with his knee.
He's got that.
Bruno is out! Vadim Nemkov with a heavyweight debut and submission victory!
Wow, what an impressive performance. What an impressive performance. All-round mixed martial arts. Beautiful striking, fantastic speed, the beautiful wrestling, the timing on that takedown, as well as the efficiency of it. And then straight away, and Capoloza, as soon as he opens his eyes and he's back awake, he knows what's happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kerry Hartley calls a halt to the action at 2 minutes and 13 seconds of round number 2. Declaring your winner to a submission via arm triangle, Vadim Nemkov! And please welcome to the smart case, the PFL founder and chairman, Don Davies, and CEO, Pete Murray.
The championship fight in the featherweight division. Chris Cyborg, the champion. Kat Zingano, the #1 contender.
Yeah, you can take a look at everything here, but it is that 26-2 for Chris Cyborg.
And becoming a champion. The bell in round number 1.
Well, I always say that people can sit there and say whatever they want. The best part about fighting is eventually you get to get in the cage and punch him in the face.
Counter right hand by Cyborg, winding up quickly. Inside low kick by Zingano as she looks for the takedown and then gets caught with the left hook on the chin as Cyborg, they rolled right through, and of course Cyborg's been working on her wrestling, has an underrated ground game of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and she really changed after losing to Amanda Nunes in just 51 seconds. She's actually become a smarter and more evolved striker as champion.
No doubt about it. We talk about all the time. Like Chris used to be what we call a berserker. She would hurt someone and just go guns blazing at him, be open for counter shots. Now you're going to actually hear her corner. They're going to yell at her, blue head, blue head, blue head, because that's to cool down, take your time, be a smart fighter, and just do your thing intelligently.
Zingano looking to clinch, and Zingano's had success in the clinch and against the cage, but against someone like Cyborg. Cyborg very savvy in those departments as well. And Cyborg off to a aggressive start, but smart aggression.
No, very smart aggression, and Kat has taken a couple of big shots already. So taking a look at what's going on in the cage right now, this is Chris Cyborg's fight as far as what she wants. She wants, go ahead, you want to try to take me down? Every time you try to take me down, I'm going to make you pay.
The only time that Kat Zingano's been knocked out was against Megan Anderson. That was due to the eye injury, though, in December 2018. And now Zingano has her in trouble. Ground and pound from Cyborg. Zingano was turtling up there momentarily, finally back to her feet.
Yeah, you talk about that fight with Megan Anderson. That was a TKO victory, but it had nothing to do with her being knocked out. It was an injury to her eye.
Never been finished due to strikes. Although that was possessive. There's a kick by Zingano to the body of Cyborg. Cyborg with 11 first-round knockout wins on her resume as we reach the midpoint of this first frame. One-two from Zingano, using it to set up, trying to get the fight to the ground. Instead, she eats a knee from Cyborg. Back to her feet immediately.
Chris looking very strong inside of the cage.
Zingano already 0 for 3 in the takedown department with 2 minutes left in the first round.
That doesn't do a whole lot for your confidence factor, but all Kat can do is just continue on. If you fail, go after it again.
She comes off that spirited scrap with Leah McCourt that we had talked about, an incredible display of guts and skills, the reversals, the scrambles, but so far she has been denied by Chris Cyborg when it comes to taking this fight to the ground. Lands a right. There's a right hand from Cyborg that momentarily bothered Zingano.
Chris is really looking to
Zingano's hands are low, her face is exposed. And Cyborg's landed a couple of right hands. And the right hand again lands on Zingano. This body kick by the challenger, level change, and Cyborg ends up on top. Ground and pound, hammer fist from the champion. It's over. Chris Cyborg with her 12th first-round knockout finish. Chris Cyborg remains Bellator featherweight champion. Her 27th victory, her 21st knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, your official time, 4 minutes, 1 second, knockout and still Bellator featherweight world champion, Chris Cyborg.
Kat Zingano gracious in defeat, applauding the featherweight champion Chris Cyborg, an absolute legend. It's now 27-2 with 1 no contest, undefeated in the Bellator cage at 6-0, and Big John standing by with the champ.
Wow, Chris, that was an incredibly impressive performance. Everything that you did was under control. You look fantastic in the stand-up. Your grappling, your wrestling, especially your defensive wrestling, was on point. How you feeling?
I want to say hello, San Diego. Here is my home too. I can't live here for a long time. I love you guys. Thank you very much for everything. You know, I trained really hard for this fight. Always I train hard. You know, I respect Kat, her team. I want to say thank you for all my team, and McKee, Thomas, Ray Elby, every single person, Cobrinha, Fabio, every single person helping me to be here. You know, the whole team, all my church, my family, pray for me, everything. I got a very sick 2 weeks ago. I was in the bed, and I was just can worship and pray and watch cats gun fights. House cannot fight. They cannot training. But I came here because you guys, and we're glorify God, He is in my life.
When she went to take you down, you stopped it the first time, then you stopped it the second time. How much confidence does that give you in, oh, I can control where this fight's going?
I feel like, I know Kat have a big heart, but I say, no, when she felt my punch, yeah, the strong, I think when she hugged me, she still, I was a little bit more strong than her when we hugged each other. I think she's felt this.
When you look at the featherweight division and all the people that have come after you, who is it that you think you would like to fight next in this cage?
The next contender, she just won. Leah, I'm waiting for you. And Sakakibara here, I would like to fight in Japan. This is my dream, and I want to do a fight before I retire in Japan.
Let's check out the tail of the tape.
And look at the physical advantage of Michael Venom Page, 6'3" to Cyborg Santos is 5'10", but only a 3-inch reach advantage.
What would happen, everyone wanted to know when Michael Venom Page got in there with a true veteran. We're about to find out.
My question initially is, how does Santos handle the speed of MVP?
Not well at the start.
Santos not a fast guy at middleweight. Always kind of a plodding guy. Very traditional Thai style. How does he handle the speed?
And the range right there. You saw that kick not even come close because MVP can start his offense from so far away. The speed you need to catch him is unfathomable.
Now, he talked about counter-punching. Problem is, you have to be able to read your opponent's offense somewhat to counter-punch. MVP generally so accurate. By the time guys figure him out, it's too late. Good right hand.
And MVP had game planned that. He didn't want any piece of Cyborg on the ground.
No.
The style is unorthodox, but it's not as much dancing and clowning right now because I think he knows Cyborg isn't going to be affected by that.
No, he won't. It won't mentally get him out of the fight.
Big jump knee.
Problem is, I brought him into grappling range. That's not where he wants to be against Cyborg. Real submission skills. You saw that against Brennan Ward, has him down. Here's where that build works against him, long and tall, but Cyborg all over him with the pressure right now. Good job by MVP getting back to his feet, but he's not out of the woods yet. Nice. Took him down away from the fence. Good tactical choice.
This is what so many people wanted to see. MVP out of a defensive position.
Looks like in a leg lock position of his own. Is he going to go for it? He is. What would it mean if he submitted Cyborg Santos? BJJ black belt. Not engaging his hips enough. See that arm in the way, in between his legs. That could be saving him right now. Surprised he went for that. This is exactly where Cyborg wanted to be early in this fight. 2 minutes left.
That's why this matchup was so unusual and so different from what we've seen before. The experience on the ground. As MVP has told us over and over again, he wants to show his jiu-jitsu, he wants to show the other parts of his game, but this may not be the night, this may not be the time, this may not be the place, and this may definitely not be the opponent.
And look, relentless pressure on the ground. Not giving him any space at all. Trying to move up, maybe crucifix, trying to pass that half guard. Got his leg through. Got his side control and trapping the arm.
First time we've seen MVP in this position. Did he do enough early in the round to build up a lead? This is going to make it, and those of you watching MMA for the first time, That's why these rounds are so difficult. 5 minutes is such a long time. You can have two very different fights take place within those 5 minutes.
Sometimes you have 3 or 4. In the beginning, MVP landing some good strikes, but Cyborg getting the takedown. So far, advancing position on the ground, but not much ground and pound, no submission attempts.
Cyborg said Michael Venom Page is not a real fighter yet, no matter how many fights he has won, because none of his wins have been come from behind. Everyone wanted to see MVP get a test. He's got one.
Watch your fingers. Continue to work.
Remember what happened to Cyborg Santos the last time against Sayed Awad? He got so committed to trying to finish on the ground. He took so many shots. He's done a much better job protecting himself here. A strong, quick start from MVP, but a better finish for Cyborg Santos. Cyborg Santos was very much aware of not having this fight go the distance. He was concerned about decisions. A lot of Michael Bisping references over the last couple of the weeks leading into this fight. Doesn't feel like he'll get a decision here. At a close round, he feels will go against him, and that first round, if nothing else, was very close.
Right, and that's why I went 10-9 Page. And also remember, effective striking, I believe that belongs to Page. Effective grappling belonged to Santos, but Page did go for that knee bar. Santos landed virtually nothing on the feet. So I'm going 10-9 Page, but it's a close first round.
MVP back in his comfort zone now. Just like round one, the unusual movement is there, but the clowning is not.
And also that traditional Thai guard, hands up, very, very high, elbows down. You're not gonna feint Santos out of that guard easily. Gotta land something to make you move. Clowning's not gonna do it.
Saying those shooter box guys don't go for that kind of.
They certainly do not.
A little discipline there.
Unbelievably disciplined. Thin line between sparring and war in that academy.
Every day, day after day after day after week after month after year.
Speed in that lead hand, phenomenal.
You don't see it until it's coming back. Cyborg will not take the bait. MVP's getting closer and closer, leaning in.
Now what he will do is try and capitalize with his grappling on opportunities like that. You see, when he had him open, he went for the lunge takedown, not a strike.
Wasn't much. The presence of mind to throw just that little back fist just to keep Cyborg away so he could recreate the distance after taking that chance.
I'm surprised Cyborg doesn't try a little bit more of that. We saw in the opening round, the back fist, not even to land, just to get close to MVP.
Talk about the tortoise and the hare.
No comparison in speed. But on the ground, no comparison in pressure, and that's where Santos wants to be.
Just MVP wants to take those big chances, score that spectacular knockout, but he could put himself in a position to end up back on the ground.
He's got to be careful of those back kicks. Not even close.
And Santos is giving up the strike halfway through because he knows he's not in the ballpark.
One thing MVP has really yet to do is open up with combinations. I mean, a lot of single strikes, a lot of setups. Hasn't really thrown more than one at a time. Maybe two, but not that 3-4 punch combination.
That's some, but not enough. By the time you lunge forward, you've already taken yourself out of a power punching position.
It's closing so much distance in one shot. It's very hard with Santos' build to have that lunging shot and keep your hips and legs underneath you. MVP is so long, he can do that. Look at that, straight right hand.
Legitimate 5-6 inch miss, and that's a mile in this situation.
5 seconds doesn't sound like a long time. And a 100-yard dash, it's forever. Beautiful liver shot, that hurt him. Santos is hurt. He is really hurt. He's taking his time to recover.
MVP doesn't buy it.
And he respects the power of Santos. You talk about the bravado, you talk about the confidence. He's also a smart guy. He knows he's in there with a guy that can hurt him. A wounded animal is dangerous. He doesn't want to go in there for the finish and give him that counter-punching opportunity.
What do you lose out of the playbook after taking a big liver shot like that? If you can even stay in the fight.
I mean, if you, A, it's hard to keep your right hand up. B, it's very hard to move. C, it's hard to breathe. So just about everything you need in a fight, you lose off the liver shot. It can come back.
Beautiful. Runs into the jump knee, and it's over.
Did the hype train just pick up speed? Because it didn't derail. Wow!
Another strike thrown by Michael Venom Page. Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, a flying jump knee ends it suddenly. 4 minutes, 31 seconds into round number 2. The winner by knockout, still undefeated MVP, Michael Venom Page.
7 fights in Bellator, 7 wins, and another spectacular highlight reel finish, and yet another conversation with Jimmy Smith.
I'm here with a very excited Michael Venom Page. Expectations were high coming into this fight, and you once again exceeded them. How does it feel here in the O2 Arena? London! The one and only MVP is back! This fight against a veteran who had fought everyone was supposed to silence the critics, to show you as a contender. To the critics that are still out there, what do you say to them?
Firstly, much respect to Cyborg. He is absolute champ. He took me to where I haven't been so far. He pushed me. Much respect to Cyborg. He's a tough man. Tough man. But for the Pokemon Go lovers, I think I just caught me a Cyborg.
Renan Ferreira, 6 feet 8 inches tall, and look at that, 11-inch reach advantage on the arms and 9 inches on the legs, favoring Problema. Ryan Bader in the white trunks, Bellator heavyweight champion. Problema, Renan Ferreira in the yellow.
I am on the edge of my seat for this one. I just don't know which way it's going to go. Is Bader going to level change onto a shin bone or a knee, or is he going to be able to ground Ferreira?
Immediately drops Ryan Bader and goes right to the end of the fight. Renan Ferreira in the opening moment.
Wow! Wow.
The right hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kerry Hartley calls a halt to the action at 21 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner via TKO. Problema! Renan Ferreira!
Click below to subscribe and watch more MMA content.